This is the thing I forgot yesterday. When these come up, they come up with, that wasn't muted, so that was part of our problem yesterday. And why am I, oh, that's why.
Oh, just in time, sir. I warmed your seat up.
I was hoping for a warm chair.
You betcha. I love
Appreciate
it.
it.
You bet.
I was the little guy. Oh, wow.
He's hanging out. I'm gonna switch his name tags around as well.
Oh, I was gonna be.
You
tired.
could if you'd like.
I sure hope the roads are better on the way down.
They're terrible.
Okay. Caitlin, thank you for being patient. There she is. Are we ready? Okay. Madam Clerk, whenever you're ready, let's do a roll call.
Curran.
Here.
Freeling.
Present.
Harrison.
Here.
Hinkleman is absent. Ott.
Yes, here.
Pitchford. Tyler is absent. Bullrath.
Here.
Werfel. Yarborough.
Present.
Elliott.
Here.
You have 10 present and 2 absent.
Thank you. We have minutes from a week ago. They look good. We need to get them approved. Anyone want to move that forward?
I'll make that motion.
Moved by Pitchford. Is there support? Supported by Ott. Any discussion? Hearing none, all who want to approve signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Minutes are approved. We have requisition review with Annette.
Good morning. Does anybody have any questions about the requisitions? Perfect, thank you.
Thank you. Oh, wait, ma'am.
Just a comment. It's on the requisition. There is requisition reference number 75912 for Rev Excavating in the amount of $15,000. Well, I have no association with this business, just out of an abundance of caution from past matters, I wish to abstain. Thank you.
Okay. Scheduled discussion with our 911 director.
Thank you.
Try the what? Oh, I did. Yes, it was very good. All right, good morning, everybody. Thank you for allowing me to come to present to you this morning. So what I'm going to be talking about is, as you know, we have been working on staffing levels for quite some time. It's been an ongoing challenge, as it is nationwide, unfortunately, in public safety and in 911. So actually last year, we saw an opportunity actually on Facebook. Our furniture company, Zybex, had posted about a contest to have a free recruitment video presented. That's a newer venture that they've started to do. And all you had to do was comment on the post, and then they were going to choose a winner. And I was actually notified about a month or so after that, that we were selected as the winner of that free recruitment video effort. So yeah, that was fantastic, very exciting. So we were able to connect with them, and they came out last fall in October. And we did recruitment videos, shooting both inside of our center and then with some of our public safety partners like the sheriff. So you'll get a chance to see some of those interview slots that they put together, as well as some of the The field video that we took, we had partnership again with the sheriff's office and also with some of our other departments, Benton Township Fire Department, St. Joe City Department of Public Safety, Benton Harbor Department of Public Safety, and Buchanan City Police Department all partnered with us to give us some of this footage to be able to go into our video compilations. So we've got some of the videos we're going to share with you today. They're shorter clips. They're meant to be used on social media, on our website. So we're going to be doing all of that. We're going to start out with a compilation video that's got all of the kind of pieces put together and some of the interviews from our staff as well. Justin, if you would play that for me, please.
Hi, I'm Bobby. I work at Berrien County Dispatch, Berrien County, Michigan. I have been employed here for the last 14 years, and I love my job. I love my job because I love helping people, because I love being in the space where I'm needed. I love the thought of being of service to someone else, to making sure that their day is better by something that I did for them.
Hello, my name's Tony. I am a dispatch supervisor at Berrien County 911, and I've been here for 20 years. I love my job because it is a great feeling to know that you're helping your community every day. I want to ensure that the public gets the help they need, but I also want to make sure that our responders get home safely every day.
Hello, I'm Amy. I am a call taker here at Berrien County 911, and I've worked here for 2 years. My favorite thing about my job is that I come to work and I get to feel good about what I do. I help people. My job is very rewarding because I feel like a sense of purpose when I'm here. I see like myself and my family in a lot of calls that I get, and that just makes my impact feel more powerful.
The job is extremely important because without us, there would not be anyone to answer the telephones. The community would not be served. There would be a lot of things that would happen that would not be able to get a good resolution for.
The dispatching job is very important because it's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes. People just don't realize how much you really are putting into the job.
I think a lot more people would have the ability to do this job than they really realize. I've had a lot of jobs where I come to work and I don't necessarily care about what I'm doing, but when you feel like a sense of purpose, it's like that big motivator to work harder. So if you just have the ability to care about people in your community is kind of like step one. After that, you just kind of adjust to all the other things. As long as you care, you've got it.
This job is for people that can answer the phone and make sure that they give the best of themselves to the caller that's on the phone because they deserve it. The skill you need to do this job well is be able to multitask, to be able to think outside the box.
This job is perfect for somebody that is very thorough and very detail-oriented, I would say. Somebody would want to be a dispatcher if you want to help your community. It really is an important thing to people to get involved in their communities, and there's no better ways is to get involved in your local 911 dispatch.
Come sit next to me at Berrien County 911. Let's help people together. Come join our team.
So come make this your career and join our team at Berrien County 911.
Come help Berrien County be a better and a safer place to live. Join our team.
So sorry about that. When we present it up on the screen, it gets a little bit jumpy there. It's not showing that on our laptop here. So when it posts and everything, it shows nice and smooth and clear. So sorry for that little bit of a degradation in the quality there. So those were 3 of our telecommunicators that they interviewed, and they took those pieces. I especially love their call to action at the end. None of it was scripted. They asked them specific questions, and then they asked them to do something at the end to, ask people to come join our team. And they each came up with their own thing. And our people are not comfortable being in front of cameras. So this was very, very nerve-wracking for them, but they all did a really great job. And I love how their 3 different calls to action are different, but really heartfelt. So that was really nice put together. Dustin's gonna pull up, the next 2 are gonna be interviews, one with the sheriff and then one with Buchanan City Chief Harvey Burnett.
Hi, I'm Sheriff Chuck Height with the Berrien County Sheriff's Office, and today I'm here to talk to you about the importance of 911 dispatchers. Berrien County 911 dispatchers are vital to public safety in our county. They are the first line in answering calls for 911 and provide valuable information to officers, not only at the Sheriff's Office, but throughout our county for law enforcement agencies and fire departments responding to emergencies. Without our 911 dispatchers, our response times could be hindered and vital information may not be relayed to our officers, which would cause an officer safety problem. 911 dispatchers are vital to public safety in Berrien County. If you're interested in becoming a 911 dispatcher and working for an amazing team that provides public safety throughout our county, please apply today.
Hi, I'm Chief Harvey Burnett of the Buchanan City Police Department, and I'm here to talk to you about our Berrien County 911 Dispatch Center and the opportunities to work for a fantastic team. Our Berrien County 911 Dispatch Center team plays a vital role in helping us to respond to emergency calls throughout Berrien County. It's a very rewarding job, but it's also very demanding. They are very important in making sure that we get to calls not only in a timely fashion, but also have the information necessary in order to respond and manage the incident that is presented. Without our Berrien County 911 Dispatch Center team, our jobs would be very hard to do because we wouldn't be getting the important information to be able not only to respond to calls, but also to know who needs help. So they play a vital role in making sure that our emergency services that we provide are very professional, timely, and making sure we get help to those in need. If you're interested in working for a wonderful Berrien County 911 Dispatch Center team in making a difference in helping to keep our community safe, as well as our first responders, then I want you to join this team. Apply today.
And the last video that we're going to share with you is a tour of the center that we did. So he had me talking about the job itself and the center, what we do. So my sign off's a little cheesy at the end. I promise that was directed, not my own doing. so forgive that. All right, Dustin's going to cue that one up. Hi, welcome to Berrien County 911. I'm Caitlin Samsel, our 911 director. Come on inside and let's take a tour. Berrien County 911, we have 34 dispatchers. Those are our telecommunicators. They both answer the phone and dispatch our field responders. So we usually have 5 to 10 people on at a time. We can accommodate 10 in our room here today. We service about 50 different agencies across both police, fire, and EMS throughout the county of Berrien. All right, so this is a typical console that we use here at the dispatch center. So they have the multi-surface desks that do go up and down so they can adjust it for their height. Also, if they want to stand, they can do that as well. So on the tech side, we use both the phones for 911 and administrative lines. We also have our radio console here where we dispatch police, fire, and EMS. With our 4 CAD screens or computer-aided dispatch in the middle, that's where we handle all of our 911 incoming calls to enter that information in and then dispatch it out to our field responders. We do text to 911 here in Berrien County, as well as throughout the state of Michigan. We also use a number of tools to help us with location, call intake, and medical dispatch, including our medical dispatch protocols, in which we go through the questioning to get the appropriate help to the callers before the responders even arrive in the field. We're currently looking for people to join our team as dispatchers and call takers. In order to do that, you have to be at least 18 years of age and have a GED or high school diploma. Otherwise, skills that are helpful are multitasking or quick switch tasking, as well as customer service and ability to problem solve and think quickly on your feet. So our center is on 12-hour shifts. So we generally work 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and then 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. If you're assigned a shift for a period of time, we don't go back and forth. We also have split shifts that are throughout the day. Through our training program, you will be trained on all of those shifts to make sure that we cover all of the different times and types of calls that you will receive while working with us as a telecommunicator. If you come join our team, we have amazing benefits here. We have a pension with 25 years and out, as well as medical benefits that help take care of you and your family during your time working with us.
So I started here at our 911 center as a call taker. I progressed through the ranks, became a supervisor, and I'm now the director of our center. That's the opportunity that you have in 911. It's a family here and opportunity for growth. We have trainers, we have lead dispatchers, we have supervisors. We now have technical positions as well as management positions and the operations support side. There are a lot of benefits to coming to work here. So when I started, I came right out of college. I didn't know anything about 911 before I applied for this position. Of course, somebody answers the phone. But now this is something that I fell in love with. It is my passion, and I love being part of 911. It is such a great family and opportunity to come to work every day and be able to help our citizens work with a team, solve problems, and really make a difference every day. Will you come and join us and answer the call with us? Thank you so much for joining us. We really hope that you look more into this position and join us here at our team. But we gotta let you go now because we have other things to do with answering all those calls and helping our field responders. Thank you so much. Look forward to hearing from you.
The statement that we end with there too, that we have come to call, that's our why statement. We've actually been able to work with Dr. Renee Thornton as well this past year. We started working with her last summer. And we had that opportunity. We were chosen one agency of 10 out of 150 that were interviewed to participate in this Leading High Performance Cultures and High Performance Teams initiative. So that included surveying our team. I attended a summit in the fall, and it's been ongoing. We're doing navigating adversity training with her, as well as having other opportunities. Like this afternoon, we've actually got a Zoom call talking about physical acumen. So there are these different modules. And that was one of the things that came out of that why statement. We brought her in and worked with our team and why do we do what we do? And that was really tied in. And instead of just at the end of this video being like, hey, come join us, come work for our team. We wanted to include that why, to really talk about why it is that we work in this profession and what is important about that. So we included that on there for our total agency call to action as well. And then after that, it also talks about how you can get in contact with us with the website and the phone number. So thank you so much for allowing me to share these with you and taking the time to do this. Like I said, we've got the capacity to bring one more on right now for training, but we do have 5 openings. So our next group will be bringing on, once we get this set of trainees through, should be in the summertime, and we'll be able to then onboard on 4 more at that point. So we can only train about 4 at a time.
Caitlin, if you have a moment, I'll see if there are questions.
Absolutely.
On the horseshoe. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you for the videos. They were beautiful.
Thank you.
And I liked when, as the people told how long they had been there. That was a great variety.
Yes.
Yes, it was really well done. I want to know, do you have openings? Are you going to put this out on, I don't know the name, the appointment things?
Yeah, yep. So we do have openings. We've got one that we can take right now, capacity for training, because we can only train so many people at a time to make sure that we have the trainers available and on the different shifts. Because we started with call taking, that takes about 3 months. Then they develop on their own for about a month or 2. And then we put them back into dispatch focused training. And that's about another 3 months. So from start to finish, it usually takes up to about 9 months to train somebody to be a dispatcher with us. And that's pretty typical across the United States, that it takes quite some time to do that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Anyone else? Yes, ma'am.
I just want to say too, excellent job. Those are wonderful videos.
Thank you. It was a wonderful opportunity and we got it for free, which I mean, I cannot thank Zybex enough. Yeah, these are not always cheap ventures, right? So we were very, very thankful to have the opportunity to showcase our center and work with our partners. Thank you so much to the Sheriff's Office, Buchanan City, and the other departments for helping us out. And it really, I think, turned out beautifully. They did a great job of putting it together.
Always mean they'll turn out good.
That's right, right. And they did a great job. Absolutely. They were very engaged as well.
Any other questions for Caitlin?
Mr. Chair.
Yes,
So while Caitlin's here, the video production was very impressive, really good show of effort by her, by her department. There's something else going on at the department that I think is really innovative. And I was just hoping while she's here, she could talk with you all for a couple of more minutes about the outreach to some of the public school students. Are you willing to describe that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have partnered with the CTE program, the Career Technical Education Program. So that's based out of Berrien Springs. We're working with Rich Albers, who's now instructor down there. He does their law enforcement track. And we started talking about this last year, and they were really excited about it. And we kind of 0 to 60 on kicking this off. We're in a pilot program right now for dispatch specific track for these students. So they're going to be doing their basic 40. They've actually been working on that in the fall. We hosted them for an initial presentation on what the job is, what our center is. They came in and they did job shadows for a few hours before they started like fully committing to the program to know that they were getting into. Michigan has requirements for training for telecommunicators, and the first one being a basic 40-hour dispatch training course. So the course that the school system is using is actually going to satisfy Michigan's requirement for that basic 40. It also comes with a simulator module that they'll be able to use as well, and we're excited to be able to partner with them on that too and exploring that simulator. During this next semester, they're going to be coming out and doing more job shadow. So it's work-based learning. So they'll be in our center working with our team. The juniors, there are 4 of them. They will be doing just 1 to 2 sit-ins a month as they still work in the law enforcement track with the rest of their program. And then the seniors are going to be spending most of their time with us. So we're going to do a combination of working and work-based learning. So they're sitting next to our team, learning and watching and listening in on calls. And then we're also going to be starting them in our training program, essentially. So we start out with maps. So they're going to all learn how to read a map, because that's not something that really is taught all the time anymore. We're going to work on typing skills, because surprisingly, that's not even always a highlight in programs anymore. So we're going to be working on some of those kind of basic skills that are also life skills. So even if they don't decide to become a dispatcher after this program, they're still going to take away positive things that can help them in the future. So they'll be working with our team in our house throughout this semester. And we've got 3 seniors. We're hoping that at the end, we're able to maybe invite some of those seniors to apply and come on as part of our team as well. So they're really excited with the CT program. We're very excited for this opportunity. It's a little bit of a challenge, right, to coordinate all of this, but I think it's well worth it. And like I said in that video, right, a lot of people don't think about 911. They don't, of course it's there. They know it's there when they need it, but they don't think about the fact that that's a job that you can do. It's in the public safety realm, so we can serve our communities, but we also don't have to be out in the snow, except to drive to work, right? Versus field responders, they're in physical danger a lot of times, or in the elements. We're lucky in that we don't have that part of it. We deal with a lot of high volume, and it's a lot of mental work. So it's a little bit different skill set, but we're hoping to really engage those students and get them ready for those positions. And a cool thing too, right? 911 is everywhere. It's all throughout the country, and emergency services are all throughout the world. So these students can really take these skills and go and get a job anywhere. If they want to go to college, a lot of universities have dispatch centers as well. So they can jump into those, and they're going to be, pretty good candidates because they've got experience, and most people do not have experience when they apply for a 911 job. So it's a very great opportunity, and we're glad to have the support to do that.
Question.
Yeah.
With the advent of AI everywhere, do we see any AI impact or foresee it with the mapping and location services?
Mapping and location services have improved over time. So we actually use some over-the-top assistance that right now the cell phone carriers are required to provide certain things to the 911 network. And that's all part of the Next Generation 911 initiative and transition. But location is so much better than it was 5, even 10 years ago. So the AI part, though, is actually coming in more into play on call handling now. So, for example, Kalamazoo just initiated an AI call handling for the non-emergency calls. There are other areas in the state that are starting to do those, and in the nation, whether they are through a vendor or whether they're built on site. And that helps because a lot of what we do actually is non-emergency administrative calls, and it ranges in a lot of different things. A lot of calls roll over to us from police departments, or people don't know who to call, so they end up calling us, and then we have to try to redirect them. So that's actually a higher number of calls than the 911 calls are. And that kind of burns people out on doing that kind of service versus the emergency service where we really feel that we're needed the most. There are some AI opportunities even in that. And it's in things that you wouldn't think are AI either necessarily. So like language recognition and translation. So there are now services that can recognize if someone is speaking a certain language. It can tell you what that language is. And then you can even type back in English and it will speak in Spanish, for instance, or it will revoice your voice, what you said, into the Spanish language. So there are a lot of different things using AI that now are assistive tools for 911. They're becoming more prolific, and we are exploring those as well.
Well, thank you for coming and sharing this with us. Anyone have any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
Just 2 comments. So sorry. I know that there is a lot of excitement for the partnership that's going on for the CTE. I've sat in on a few of the conversations with Mr. Albers and others, as well as yourself. And I think it's a great way to utilize resources and talents that we have for the future, and really make them aware of this track for career. The only other comment that I want to say is to just recognize the foresight that Jeanette Leahy, a former county commissioner, had for 911, and to see where it is today from where it started is a real testament to those that are champions on ideas. And so I appreciate what you've done to continue on that work and that legacy. And I just wanted to give her a nod today.
Yeah, that's a good point. I was thinking about Jeanette as you were going through everything and what our 911 operation has become. And looking back to, gosh, you find yourself, you guys don't get this yet, you 2 young men, but you can find yourself thinking about things that have happened, and it's like, wow, that was a long time ago. In the summer of 1981, I clerked at Ryan McQuillan, Vanderplug and Fetty, which was a law firm down the street. And one of my jobs that summer was developing the paperwork to create a 911 system in Berrien County. It was up to my final year of law school, working on that. And man, you think back to then and now, 43 plus years later, it's really something to see what we have grown and evolved into. And it's so much better for public safety. And we're lucky to have you, Caitlin.
Thank you. Yeah, it's really kind of amazing to think 911 is only about 60 years old in general. And before it was just direct numbers.
Yeah.
So a lot has changed over the years. A lot has changed since I started 15 years ago. And we try to stay on the forefront of those changes, working on national committees and being aware of what's changing. So that way we can provide the best service possible to our community.
Yeah, we were one of the first counties in the state.
Mm-hmm.
Not surprising that we were trailblazers. So, yes, sir.
What do you see as some of the barriers to the AI integration for call handling for Berrien County?
As far as the barriers, a lot of it comes down to cost. It's a software as a service, essentially, right? So it's instead of you buying it as once for capital cost and then maybe a maintenance agreement, this is something that you pay for annually at pretty much the same level. Yeah, so that's a little bit of a challenge. But they are coming out with more options now, so it's becoming more competitive as well. I think that's gonna drive costs down a little bit. We're already seeing that happen even since we started looking at it in the past, maybe 5-6 months. Also, it's a little bit of acceptance by our teams and by the public as to, you don't want to call and just get stuck in this loop, right? Or have poor service. So it's important that when we look at these systems, can we help the system learn? Can we adjust and adapt the system? Make sure that there's a way for people to get through when they need to get through and it doesn't create unwarranted frustration. So those are some of the bigger things that we look at.
Anyone else? Okay, well, thank you. Oh, yes,
I'd
yes,
just like
sir.
to remember back my dad in the mid-60s, he was on road patrol at Bering County, and when they had to, they would bring the road guys in. They'd have to do like a weekend on dispatch or a weekend at the jail, whatever it was. But I don't know how much training they got before they said, here's the mic, you're on dispatch this weekend.
Yeah.
So it's a little different now.
It's a whole different ballgame.
Back then you dialed 0.
Yeah.
With your phone, your rotary phone, or maybe a touch tone. You dialed 0 and then they had to figure out what to do.
Yeah, I remember Dad, when he was on the fire department, he had a red phone, they put it in the house and it was a direct link, I think, to the 911 center.
Well,
Yeah, that was,
or its
we got in
predecessor.
trouble a lot for playing with it.
Oh, yeah. Right. Just like in Mayberry. Anyway, all right. Thank you again. Let's see if we have any public comments amongst the assembled multitudes. Yes, sir.
I'm George McManus. I'm your Berrien County Drain Commissioner. As you know, you have the ordinance number 24. It's a soil erosion and sedimentation control ordinance. That ordinance was adopted by you, your predecessors, and it's in effect. And that is as answer to a request from the state to hold these programs within our county, and you farm that out to the drain commissioner. And so I'm in charge of that now. And that program in Berrien County has been out of compliance off and on since 2017. And so now Eagle wants us to have that corrected ASAP in 90 days. So there will be a meeting on Wednesday, February 5th, down in the Otto Grau room between 10 and 3. And you have been requested to attend from Eagle. I think you have an email about that. They would appreciate some or all of the county board commissioners to attend. So if you can come and sit through 4 hours of soil site conditions, permitting plans and inspection and enforcement, love to have you. Thank you.
George, question. You said this has been since 2017?
Off and on, yes. Yeah, in and out of compliance since 2017.
Drain commissioners first year in office, I believe.
Could be coincidental, I don't know.
I'm shocked.
Was your predecessor aware of this?
Well, there have been several communications between Eagle. Every 5 years, the program gets an audit. And so we haven't been passing the audits. So now we're going to see to it that we get in compliance.
Nasty letters along with that and then file, or?
Well,
there have been audits and corrections need to be made. So
yes, sir.
Could you repeat the date of that meeting and the time?
it's on February 5th at 10 a.m. till 3 p.m. I think there'll be a lunch break in there, down at the end of the hall.
I know I'm in Chicago that day, but I would encourage whoever can do it to attend. Yes, ma'am?
room's not big enough.
And we may have to relocate. All right, well, in the interest of transparency, public certainly has a right to know about all of this, and so hopefully we can put the information out there as soon as we have it, and anything that provides historical perspective on this should also be shared, if the board is good with that. Okay, then.
Mr. Chair, we'll have more discussion of this topic at today's finance meeting. That is the parent committee that oversees or coordinates with the Drain Commissioner's office. I will make sure that more communication goes out to the board should any board members have more questions. You've got a copy of correspondence from Eagle from late yesterday afternoon.
And that's been distributed around to everyone. Okay, any other public comments? All right, then let's break for committees and come back at 10:30.